They say that you can learn from suffering. They say that suffering builds character. Why is it important to suffer? Why is it important to know how to deal with pain, with discomfort? Why do those things matter? There are folks out there that will tell you that you never need to experience discomfort, that you never need to be hungry, that you never need to get a job, that you never need to be taken out of your zone, so to speak. This, in my opinion, is the mantra of the weak-minded and the weak-willed, those petulant children that became 50 years old one day and decided that their kids didn't need to work or suffer. And then those kids grew up and became millennials and decided that their kids did not need to work, did not need to suffer, did not need to earn their keep. They should experience no discomfort. No opinion of theirs is invalid. I'm here to tell you that that is bullshit. That's one big, fat, happy, warm blanket lie that people wrap themselves up in to make themselves feel better about the things that they couldn't push past in life. I've mentioned on a number of occasions how life has been difficult for me, how life was difficult for my brother, several of the people that we knew, trekking on down through the days, weeks, months, and years, decades now. And every one of these people, bar none, that chose, and I mean chose, to ignore that suffering makes you a better person, has gone on to suffer more because they never learned how to deal with discomfort. They never understood that hard times are what make you, and good times are what come of having mastered the hard times. I've told you in videos past, years ago, how being on the street is very uncomfortable. Sleeping in abandoned buildings is very uncomfortable. Sleeping in the backyards of friends is very uncomfortable. But I got to wake up. It was better than what was at home. Eating out of dumpsters is uncomfortable. You think to yourself, there's no fucking way, man. No way I'm going to do that. And then your stomach starts turning over. You ever dry heave because you're so hungry? I have. You ever lost 35 pounds in 10 days because you're so hungry? I have. You ever been so poor that you had to eat rice and eggs for a year because your single mother didn't make the right choices in life and she passed on her sins to you and your brother? Been there too. We all have trials in life. Every one of us. Every person listening to this. Even the people that would turn this on and turn their nose up at it and dismiss it and go on to something else. They still have trials in life. See, the thing is that all trials are not equal. It's just not. The trial is unique to the person. It's unique to their ability to suffer, to endure, to understand what comes next on that chain of discomfort. I can tell you firsthand what comes along with discomfort. Years ago, I did a series on here called What It Takes to Be a Man. I think that probably wasn't the best title that I could have given it. So I'm giving it a new one, and I'm going to revisit that series. It's going to be called trials. You're listening to it right now. The trials of the man, the trials of the person. It would be ignorant and foolish to assume that women don't have their own set of circumstances. They do. Of course they do. It's easy to look at them and point your anger and your frustration at them, and goddamn if you don't have the reason to. Of course you do. Of course you do. It equally is ignorant and stupid to assume that you don't. Being crushed, having your children stolen from you, and then having somebody tell you with a gavel, yes, you're going to pay her. You're going to pay her to cheat on you. You're going to pay her to walk out the door and take your kids. You're going to pay her for all of the missed birthdays, Christmases, Thanksgivings, first days of school. It's very easy to feel anger when you have been wronged. But that's a trial as well. Years down the road, the years that you can't see, the years that haven't happened yet, those years you will find a great deal of comfort in moving forward, knowing what you can expect now. That it wasn't an anomaly, it wasn't a one-off. That's what your system does. That's what it does to you. And the more you engage with the system, the more you make yourself dependent on that system, the longer you're going to be in it, the more you will needlessly suffer. There is a difference between suffering to build your character, suffering to build who you are going to be as a man, and needlessly suffering because you can't turn your back on dependency. I think the time has come again where I need to revisit that series, What It Takes to Be a Man, and I need to update it. And I can only come at it from that perspective because I am a man. There was a point in time where I was hesitant to take that mantle. I didn't feel like I belonged there. I didn't feel like I had the right to call myself that because I hadn't suffered, I hadn't paid my dues. I don't feel that way anymore. I have the deepest of love and sympathy for any person that is going through this type of trial, this type of struggle. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. The point of the trial and the struggle, especially when it's a self-inflicted one, is to hurt you, is to break you, is to make you less than. Make absolutely sure that you are a compliant little puppy dog. You know how bitches like to put puppy dogs in purses, teacup poodles, chihuahuas, things of that nature? That's what they want to do with you. They'll shake their heads all day long. No. That's not how we think of you. That is a lie. That is an absolute unadulterated lie. The amount of females out there today, the amount of males out there today that know that they can exploit you, exploit your weaknesses, make you suffer. They know that they can do it, and they know that you will pay them for the privilege, for the honor. You see? Gentlemen, the trial never ends. That's going to be disheartening to some of you. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. The trial never ends. Every single day that you are above dirt, you are being tested. Do you have what it takes? That's not a macho frame. That's not me challenging you. That's you challenging you. That's you saying, I've got what it takes to go to sleep tonight. I'm going to put my head down on this pillow, and tomorrow is going to be a different day. There might be a whole big bag of dicks waiting for you, but it'll be less than, because I know how to deal with this type of shit now. And that's okay. And it gets a little bit less and a little bit less and a little bit less. Sometimes you find yourself going numb. You can't feel anything anymore. I would say under normal circumstances that that's bad. It's bad for you. You should be able to feel and discern and understand. But the way that it's being done today, the way that it's being done to us today, it's a good thing if you get numbed up a little bit. I don't mean with drugs. I don't mean with booze. I don't mean with vices. I mean with reality. That's how I mean it. A lot of us have our eyes closed to what reality is. It's time for you to open your eyes, gentlemen.